So I want you to tell me first why you chose to get on this call. Why was it important for you to get this appointment?
Well, part of it was that I really value what you bring to the table. I'll be honest, I've been following you for a while. I took one of your courses, and some of the things, a lot of the things that you say, I want to hit on repeat because they really resonate. And I thought that you may be able to shine a light on some things maybe that are blind spots for me. And of course, it relates to my business and my, how do I best use my human design in my business? I think I wrote down a note before the call. I thought, how can I best use my human design and my strategy and all of that to really blow up my business this year. I recently transitioned to full-time. I left corporate. That happened just a few weeks ago. It's very fresh and, things are going well, but like I really just, I'm obviously, wanting to really succeed this year and beyond. So, yeah.
Okay. So what specifically do you feel like you're struggling with to make that happen?
I would say that I think it's just the ramping up that I'm struggling with, maybe like not seeing the results as quickly as I would like them to, and wondering, am I using my design being, an ego manifestor? Am I using it to my best ability, or, am I off-putting to certain people? And am I really calling in, what you call your fractal line? All of that.
Yeah. I'm just writing a few things down to kind of center my energy here. Okay, so I guess the first place I want to start is I acknowledge that you need to start with momentum. You need to find a place to get momentum. And you just left corporate. How long has that been?
It was like officially April.
Okay, so not long at all.
No.
Right. Okay, how does that feel?
It felt really good, to be honest with you. I feel like, how you talk about the universe supporting us and what we want. Like I've been really leaning into that the last several months. And I feel like everything just kind of magically happened to provide me with this opening to make that transition.
Beautiful.
And so, you talk about calling in the money to feel supported, to be able to go after our dreams, things like that. Like, I feel like that all just happened perfectly. And now my brain's like, okay, I feel at ease. And at the same time, once in a while, like, when I'm sometimes falling asleep or something like that, my brain goes to how long will this, money last if I'm not able to gain more momentum in my business, right? So there's like, mostly expansion and feeling like I'm having fun in my business, like I'm, I just love the work that I'm doing with my clients. But at the back of my mind, there's these, times where I feel uneasy and,
unsettled, like scared to death, really. Because what's happening is, because what happens is when you're in those little moments of theta, when your brain kind of goes, oh, okay, we're winding down, you're not keeping yourself busy. It's time for you to go down to neutral and then sleep. Your brain's like, yeah, but what about this? And that is the underlying fear of, what if I can't make this work?
Yeah.
What if I can't make this work? What if I run out of money? What if everything that crazy lady Danielle said is not true? And oh my God, then what do? I just left my corporate job, right? Do you see the actual frequency that's underpinning everything that happens when you go in your business?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because you've done a really good job of quieting your nervous system to that, to where it's like, well, it's only when I'm just about to fully relax. And the brain goes, yeah, but don't really relax, because what about this?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on even just the last few days, It's yeah, when I'm conscious and active and working in my business, I'm in flow, and a lot is going right. But then yeah, it just rears its ugly head. So you've hit the nail on
Yeah.
the head there of what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, we have to see what's really underpinning what's going on in the action steps of your day. Like the underlying nervous system frequency is, what if none of this works? What if I can't make it happen and I run out of money and then I die? Like that's literally where our brain goes. Like, I'm going to run out of money. I can't pay my bills. We lose our home. We lose our life. I made the wrong choice. Here I go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And I
Yeah.
got to go back to corporate.
Yeah. And I can't do that. Like that's soul sucking. Yeah. Yeah. So what you're telling me, what your conscious energy is doing is saying, but maybe we're just not using our energy correctly then, because we're not seeing the momentum, but maybe we're just not doing it right.
Some level of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the truth is, Danielle, you are an ego manifestor. You do not do anything but attract people who are meant for your offer, for your way of service. It's not the way it works. Like it doesn't work the other way.
Right.
Manifestors are so powerful that when you speak, it naturally, energetically just divides parts the sea. Parts the sea. And you've already done a lot of study with human design. So okay, well, not everybody's meant for me. And I'm okay with that. But now you're like, okay, but where are they? Where are they all?
Yeah.
And the universe is like, are you safe? Are you safe? Because I'm going to bring you some people, but are you safe? And we have to find out where you might not be completely safe yet to serve.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I have not thought about this. So yes, I'd love to explore that more.
Yeah. I'll just set it up a little bit. Because what I noticed everything I tell you guys to do, I've done myself. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
So you're all, I fucking hope
I could
so.
see that. Yes. I believe you.
So what I learned was the universe brings us fractal line to serve and to flow money through when we have done our own work of, I am completely clear and safe to serve. And that doesn't mean you're totally healed 100%. There's never anything wrong with you. You never have to do any personal development work again or soul dive into shadow again. But what that does mean is, specifically for those of you interested in the wealth code stuff, right? It's where in and let's just go with the sun gate, because that's the easiest place to find the energy that's just, it's looking to get expressed in the most aligned way. And I made a lot of money just focusing on my sun gate. Okay. So I know that you've already done a lot of study with the sun gate. And I did interestingly enough, what I do to prep for these things is I ask for guidance. I just ask my higher self to pull the things out of Danielle's chart that I will need to help her in whatever the problem is. And I didn't ask you, what is the problem? What's going on? No. Yeah. So what she gave me was, we need to look into the shadow of the sun gate. And you are 57.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to just pull it up here right now.
Okay, good. Because I've totally forgotten what it is. I've read on it before. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to pull it up here right now.
Actually, I'm pretty sure there was an exercise in one of your podcasts where, you were talking about that, and I did some self-journaling on it, but now, of course, I'm completely drawn a blank about it.
Yeah, that's okay. Cause I have it all highlighted and outlined because this is my life. This is what I do on my downtime.
Perfect.
Yeah. So the gift of your sun gate is intuition.
Right. Yes.
And the shadow is unease. Okay.
Yep. It's flooding back.
Okay, good. Yeah. So I specifically like to go to, okay, where are we reactive or repressing the shadow? Because their human nature is we don't even want to look at the shadow. It's been a source of pain and trauma for us for a lot of different reasons. And as we get older, we're like, I've dealt with that and I just want to leave it behind. But I'm looking specifically for the little things, the little itsy bitsy frequencies that are affecting my people from getting businesses going and actually creating money for themselves. So we're not going to look past and go like, where as a child, right? We're not going to go that far. I'm just going to say a few things and I want you to see if anything is kind of resonating as to, oh, that could be something I might need to look into. And then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So a repressed nature of the shadow is really taking action from a place of the mind instead of I intuitively know the next step.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, for sure. The mind, I mean, it's nonstop, right? It works overtime. And then when I lean into my intuition, I mean, it's rarely wrong, but somehow my mind just works overtime a lot of the times.
There. Yeah. You said you went really quietly, but it's rarely wrong. But the mind. The intuition is never wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes we don't like where it leads us.
There's that. And then even though, it's not wrong and I've learned to trust it, I don't always. I don't always. Yeah.
And your higher self is trying to communicate to you through your ego center. You are an ego manifestor.
Yeah.
Your higher self is communicating to you through you want, I desire, I want, I desire. And intuitively, so you even have it as your sun gate. She's given you all of this to help you.
Right.
Like, okay, here's this strong, our sun gate is 70% of our energy. It is looking to be the thing that gets expressed in this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other option. For people like us who are on our seeker's journey, there is no other option but for you to learn to live into the gift of intuition for yourself and create moments of states where you can get into the city of this gate. So there is no other option, my love, because you are already on the seeker's journey.
Yes.
Okay. We've closed a lot of doors behind you to get you here.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It feels like it's taken a long time and a lot of effort, but here we are.
Yes, it has. Yes, you're right. And all of that she was helping you do all along the way so that you would feel as safe as you could do. Because every time we do a trust fall, that moment of leaving corporate, it doesn't matter how much fucking money people have in the bank. It's still like, but what if it runs out? It hits everybody that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. So in order to tap into your intuition, you have to create a relationship with it.
Okay.
Okay. And so what I feel called to really focus on here is none of this, like in other words, there is no problem right now. It's not like you're doing something wrong. She wants me to tell you that. You're not doing anything wrong.
I got chills.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not doing anything wrong.
Okay. Yeah. I guess on some level I was maybe having doubts. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the way to create the momentum so that the fractal line comes in just perfect divine timing is to, what do I want? What am I looking to create? What would I want to read if I were my fractal line? What would I want to be hearing from me right now? Like, you need to go into your business and go into it as if everyone's waiting. They're all waiting, not for you to be perfect, not for you to have it all fucking together with marketing and copy. And none of that is what I mean by that. None of that.
Okay.
No perfect website, no perfect sales page. No, 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 no. You go into your business and you go, all right, I know they're waiting. And I know you higher self have created space for me to go in and serve them. Now, what do they want to hear? Right? And
Yeah.
that frequency, right? What do they want to hear? I'm so excited to share that, is going to neutralize that anxiety frequency that really is in the underpinning of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It will also allow you to tap into your intuition so that because your higher self is working with you. You can have a direct connection with her and you can ask her, okay, what is it that you want me to say today? Because the way we create momentum is we start providing a lot of really valuable content consistently. And some people make that mean every single day, never stop.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted 5 times a day, right? Or it could be your version of consistent, which I never recommend doing anything less than 3 times a day. And since you have the space and time, I would love to see you start going into your office and getting really intentional on what am I, like clearing yourself out, energetically neutralizing yourself, and then saying, I am available for what it is you need to say through me to my fractal line today. Bring it.
Okay. That's powerful. Yeah. I can't say I've ever done that like that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's happening is, and you're not the only one, what's happening is the mind is in overdrive because of the underlying fear of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you've done all the action steps of setting yourself up so you could feel safe. And then the reason you're staying in your mind so much, and it's the mind, because you have defined mind and defined Anja. There is stuff we all need to hear from you, but it doesn't run your life. Like we get confused.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't get to make decisions.
Yeah. That feels foreign.
Yeah. Let me hear about it.
Yeah. Because all my decisions are more made from the mind than from my intuition. But it's just weird because the place that I'm in, I feel like I created it more from my intuition, but then there's times where I'm just, it's almost like an out of body. Like, how did I get here? It's really weird.
You know what that is?
What is it?
That is you actually subconsciously, like, so are you saying, well, let me just clarify before I say that. Are you saying like the out of body is, wait a minute, how did I get here? Is almost like I'm scared that I'm here now?
It's almost like it feels like a dream. And at the same time, yeah, there's a little bit of fear.
Okay.
But
So overall, it feels like, wow, I did it. I'm here.
Yes. Like, yeah, because it's something that I've wanted for so long and now it's here. Yeah. And it's just, yeah, it feels surreal. Yeah.
And then you're like, wake up and go, wait, what? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Like now what? Now, like, yeah, I really need to make this work. Right. So,
Oh, the now what?
There's that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really need to make this work.
Yeah.
And the intuition and the higher self and the ego, everything about you is like, it is working.
I have lots of evidence that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not quite where I would, want it to be just yet.
Well, let me ask you,
Yeah.
where did you want it to be right now today? Where would you have hoped it was?
Today, like this month, like let's say the month of May, that I'd already be making 5 figures per month in my business.
Did you have momentum going before you left your corporate? Okay.
I did. Yeah.
And you have had clients before and
yeah, I had a lot of momentum in Q1 and then a quiet spell for a few weeks. And then things have picked back up, and I'm talking about it as if it's coincidence, right? But,
yeah,
things
We like to do that. Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. It just kind of picked back up, but
yeah, it's not coincidence, obviously, but yeah, I felt like this week I was very much in flow, even though, yeah, there was some aspects of the personal life that were very challenging. I still, like, in my work, I was able to focus on it, and the clients that I'm working on right now, I feel like this is where my business needs to go. Yeah.
yeah. Have you found patterns yet in when your fractal line finds you?
Not yet. No, I can't say. It's just very strange. Like this week, I have all of a sudden, I'm working with these 3 clients. They're all men, one-on-one. They're all like in leadership positions. And I feel like I'm able to be my, my strong personality self, let's just
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And they benefit from that, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I feel like I'm in flow there.
What I want you to do is I want you to go back and I want you to look to see how you attracted in clients. And what I mean by that is, where was momentum? Where did you feel momentum? Where did you sit in momentum? Where did you capitalize on momentum? Because what I'm noticing, like, I have a whole month of the year where I don't ever make sales.
Okay.
But I also have times in the month where a lot of money comes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have definitely not identified patterns yet, because it's been very, very sporadic over the
When I say
months.
patterns,
But yeah.
I want you to look at your reactivity, because clients and money come when you're safe, remember? And the
Yes.
universe knows you are not safe when you are reactive.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of like a weekly eval, or like working with somebody, is keeping you at the state of neutrality consistently, training you to recognize when you get a little off the neutrality bus and get a little reactive, get a little, the fear of, yeah, but I got to make this work comes in, because
Okay.
that is the game. The game of business is, all right, you decided you wanted to do this. The universe is going to bring you all the things to test your reactivity, because you have to be safe to serve people.
Okay. That is making sense. So I think what happened in Q1, things were going really well. I was building momentum, and then I was doing that with Facebook ads. I went really deep learning Facebook ads, and I got, just a lot of students and clients coming in. And then all of a sudden they changed the algorithm and it stopped working. And then I guess I didn't know how to get back into that momentum. So that stalled me for a while. And then the minute that I was able to just, kind of turn the page and get back to some of the activities and, go deep into what it, like you said, evaluating what was working, what wasn't working, I was able to kind of turn that ship around. Yeah.
So what happened is, your neutrality was there until the universe went, the algorithm changed, and now what?
Yeah.
And you reacted.
Yeah.
And then what you see with the pattern is, how long did it take me to get back to baseline? You know that to be true because clients are coming.
Yeah. Yeah. It took some time.
Yeah. I mean, the work that we're doing, in this sphere of my little wealthy and aligned, is, okay, how quickly can I look really deep at that reactivity and figure out why, figure out what it jarred me from, and then move through it. And I'm down to 4 hours, maybe 24 sometimes. Okay. And that's not where I'm saying you should be. I'm just saying, like for me, I do.
As my eyes go big.
I saw it. Yeah. I was like, no, that's but that's the work that I'm doing and teach you all. It's like, okay, let's look at it, right? Because I don't want you and your business and your income and your dream and your desire, I don't want that dependent on what a fucking algorithm does. Right?
Yeah.
Or if somebody says no, or if, the Facebook ads didn't work, or the tech didn't work for the webinar. I don't want that to be where you go, never mind. I got to turn away. This isn't going to happen. I got to go back to corporate.
Yeah. That is so helpful. Yeah. I did not even really identify that at all. Yeah. That is super helpful. This whole, shrinking down the time that I'm in that reactive mode, because that is why it took me so long to get back in momentum, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Has that helped?
Yeah, so helpful. That was, very enlightening. I mean, I hadn't really seen that. I was kind of like, I need to figure out then how to shrink that time down. Like, how do you smooth out that reactivity piece?
It's a lot of work.
Thanks.
Like it's like I say it as if like, well, I do it in 4 hours, no big deal.
Exactly.
No, I go all the way in it. And I'm like, great, there goes my makeup. Like I may have to like tell my family I'm not available today. I've got to go in. I'm really reactive. Like I say to I tell you on the podcast, but I nurture myself big time. And I look at it. Like, why am I so scared? Why am I giving I want you to ask yourself, like, why am I giving an algorithm control over me right now? Yeah. Because the truth is, if you knew in your heart and you were centered energetically, there would be nothing that could rock your knowing of their coming, just maybe not in that way.
Right.
But when you're focused on that being the way, you lose perspective of all the other ways they're coming. And when you do that, you get out of your frequency of, I'm seeing evidence of it working. I'm seeing evidence of it working. And you go into, oh no, it's not working. And that frequency keeps you, as long as you'll allow it, it'll keep you under the bed.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, go in and read your 57 again and just kind of allow it to give you information from the newer perspective of, oh, I have no choice but to learn to be in my intuitive energy and not in the shadow of unease.
Yeah. And just trust it more and more. Yeah. I love it. So helpful.